everybody. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. As people are getting ready for school and people are getting ready for college and people are getting ready for work and some people are getting ready for nothing. Tomorrow I have things that I want to accomplish. Just little nuggets of what I want to accomplish tomorrow. So I've been talking to you on and off about venture capital. And so I decided that I wanted to learn more about venture capital at Wells Fargo Bank. I found something about they doing some type of venture capital. Then I looked up on grok when I found out about venture capital. I said, does this place have like tools for venture capital? And they said yes. So I sat up there and went on ahead and took the time out to put a note in for venture capital. I looked up also about the credit score, what the credit score needs to be. And they're looking at the ballpark of a 670 or above, or a 630. They have done venture capital for people with a 630 before. And grok said that it doesn't really matter what it doesn't really matter, about the venture, the credit score. So yeah. So also I will look up on grok about, I need to find a tool mechanism, something that stands out, like my freedom app. I need to look up, what can make money that makes venture capitalists want to buy into what you're selling, even with a business plan. So I want to make sure that with a business plan that I will have to submit for venture capital, that it goes well with submitting the business plan to however it goes. But you will need a business plan. I will get prepared for Downtown Hott Radio and BBS Radio by playing previously recorded videos to make more visibility. Downtown Hott Radio will get either 2 current shows or 1 current show and 1 old show. It will never be fully an hour. Sometimes it'll be a 20-minute show. I don't know if I want to edit it and then send it to him probably next month, have it pre-edited. Some shows are 20 minutes, some shows are 40 minutes, some shows are 30 minutes. I've been narrowing it down to like roughly 30 minutes where I do my show for 30 minutes. I don't want to go past 30 or 28 minutes, stay in between 27 minutes. And so make sure, once you stay in a ballpark of 27 minutes, you have enough footage. Oh yeah, and get prepared also for DCTV. I didn't put that down. I know the lady who is a head of the department there, Miss Karen Beasley, and she let me go because I didn't not let me go as in fired me, but I didn't put the right title on it, and she let it go. And so the next time I do it, I will be able to have the title properly put down. The videos that I will be playing on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Central Time will be Wesley Farnsworth for this week, coming up at Tuesday at Central Time, and Men Overcoming Challenges. So the videos I will be playing is Wesley Farnsworth, which is someone currently that I interviewed, and Men Overcome, which is current too. Men Overcoming Challenges, if you want to watch that, that's in the vault. The Kimberly Cloud Show, the vault, previously recorded videos. There is more to come with the shows. There's more to come with the shows, pretty much. There's more to come with the past show, a future show, a past, future, future, past. However, there's more to come with that. So here's the fun part that I like to talk about. When it comes to banks, I love me and my banks. Like, seriously, I love the banks, So let's talk about the bank. So Fidelity Bank, for one, I'll tell you the backstory behind that. So 2 years ago, I got with, and they're not bad people, Lightcast. I got with Lightcast, and I didn't like the way I had to learn everything by myself, and it was a little bit more technical than TV startup. And so, Lightcast, I wanted my money back, but in the clause, which I didn't know, you can't get your money back. Your 448. That's how much it was, and I didn't know that that was in the contract. They, my fault. So I was. I didn't like the quality of the product that I was given, so I asked for a refund. And the back office, they denied the request, but they left a brokerage account open for me. And so I was like, okay, so fast forward, I just started getting back with Fidelity, and I sat up there and I put money in the account. I was able to do shares this whole time, and I was putting money in the account, and I put enough to cover that fee so that I can open up a cryptocurrency account through Fidelity. And even if I couldn't, like, I could do that later, I would still have paid it off, but it is what it is. So, they set up there and froze my account. I'm like, y'all make it seem like if this was like $100,000 we were dealing with, I would be very mad that they froze my account. So they froze my account, and they said that until the funds settle, that I won't be able to use my account. And I was like, what? I was like, what? What is going on? So basically, I wasn't mad. What I did was, though, I sat up there and quietly wrote two places, FICA or something, and BBB, and I sat up there and told them what they're doing, because that isn't right. It was clear that I was able to transfer and use funds, and it was clear that they said that I would be able to use the brokerage account or the account, and then once I put that's like you sucking me in. Like, what if I had no intention on paying it? Would you had have flagged it then? They call it review, and there's nothing to review. Just take out the money. They took it out of my bank, so just take out the money. But they have their rules, and so I have to wait until November 15th, and so then I'll be able to work with crypto. So I want to make sure that at first it said November 7th, and then it jumped to November 15th. So then I was like, how long does it take for funds to settle? So I, just for my security and my own pillow, leaving breadcrumbs. If something is to happen where it says November 25th, they're already investigating Fidelity for what they have done. I'm going to put more videos on the Spotify, more like the one more tonight. No, tomorrow's Monday. Tomorrow. Every chance I get, I will promote myself. I'll put a video off camera on to my vault, because I have no current videos. I have current, but not current. And so we're moving into season 6. So that's what I want to do. I have 2 accounts with Spotify. So every open chance I get, I will promote myself. Every open chance I get, I will promote myself. I will go online and promote myself to the best of my abilities. I will get prepared and read ahead of time for my homework. Even if, let's say I got plan A and plan B. Plan A is to see my classmate on the 7th at 11 a.m. If that doesn't work out, and let's say we just don't mesh, I may need a new classmate, and then it will have to be assigned to me through the teacher if that don't work out. So I'm looking at plan A and plan B, but either way it goes, I'm getting acquainted with project 3 because I'm going to have to know project 3 at least above average. I will get prepared and write as many people as I can about the Roundtable Talk Show. So I want to sit up there and get as many people as I can together for the Roundtable. I got 14 days with one and how many days with another? Give me a second. I got so much stuff. I think it's the 14th and the 28th. I got it written. The 21st at 11:30 and the 14th. Let me keep it here and kind of like put that right there. The 14th and the 21st, the Roundtable Talk Show. I got the men's are going to be, I'm going to try to hustle to get a men's Roundtable Talk Show for the 14th of November at 9 a.m. Then the women's Roundtable Talk Show is going to be the 21st at 11. I'm trying to get at least 3 people to show up on those events. This is going to be a very, very quick show. Very quick show. What I mean by that is I have to set the rules. I have to let them know that they have 2 minutes and 30 seconds to talk each per question. We never get past 20 questions. We never ever get up to 20 questions. So, 2 minutes and 30 seconds each. That's times 3 people. Six minutes and 90 seconds per question. We can cover a lot with 6 minutes and 90 seconds. So let's just say 7 minutes. If they don't go off and talk in a tangent. So each of them will, let's just say 3 minutes. That's 9 minutes. I don't know where I got 2 minutes and 30 seconds from. So 3-minute talk. I do this all the time. So 3-minute talk, 3 times 3 is 9 minutes. 3 people will talk. And then 9 times 3 is 27. So that's 9 questions. 9 questions for 3 minutes. Nine questions, 3 minutes, 27 minutes. Cool. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give them the rules of 3 minutes. They have 3 minutes. And let's say if there's more questions, there's questions of abundance, there's never going to, I'm going to make, um, I did make my own questions. What I like to do is I'll ask Grok for some questions and look, and then I won't reword them like I'm trying to cheat, but I will think of what angle did Grok go in and think about what angle I need to go in. So that's what I do. Sometimes it's very easy to sit up there and use grok as a tool. Some stuff like in Hollywood is scripted, and it has to be scripted and like that, because someone will get off a character, and that's what I do. And this is why this is my documentary, because I get off a character sometimes, and you can see who I am in real time. There's nothing that I do that y'all can't see other than certain things, that I don't do on camera. I do what I do on camera. Like, it's who I am. So get prepared and write as many people as I can for a roundtable talk show. Get a money market account with my broker account. I'm not going to say which account I have, but I have another account, and I want to get a bro. Just start off small. What you buy at McDonald's, you can be investing in penny stocks. I learned penny stocks go up very quickly. The one thing I haven't invested in, and I want to get a money market account, but the one thing I haven't invested in, you know, yet has been overseas, doing stocks overseas. I haven't done that yet because, the yen or whatever it's called is different than American cash, inflation, deflation, just like that show. It was a Korean show, Squid Games, and he sat up there and they were making all this money, and I had to know how much money would it be in cash, and yet it didn't tell me, how much money they made would have deflated in America. I think, I'm not sure if it would have inflated or deflated, but I'm guessing Korean money is way more, because the way they were in like million, close to billions that they were getting back on Squid Games. So yeah, it's crazy. I was curious. Get a money. Oh, sorry. Today, a woman cleaned my place. I wish I knew where she was from. Let me tell you the backstory on this. So, because I'm about to move soon, so I just wanted to do a deep cleaning of my bathroom. So she shook my hand, very nice lady, and she shook my hand, and I was like, hi, and she said, my name is such and such. I was like, okay. You can tell she's from either Ukraine or overseas, somewhere. And I was like, okay. So we go in the elevator, and I was like, so where are you from? She was like, I don't speak English. And I believe it. She speaks broken English. Some people don't even know English like that, and they clean for, the place. So anyway, as she was cleaning, I think I said this before in my last show, but as she was cleaning, I decided to do a thorough cleaning of my place. So she's cleaning the bathroom, I'm cleaning the living room, kitchen, and front entrance, deeply. And she finishes, and um, I sat up there and I tipped her, and she was thankful for the tip, and she appreciated it. and I appreciated her for, coming to my place and doing that for me, and lastly, start talking about what I'm going to do a day prior to the next. That's what I'm going to include on my show. So I'm going to start talking about what I'm going to do a day prior to the next. So for Sunday, I'm talking about what's going to happen Monday that nobody can stop. Can't stop me getting my account unless you pay off the back office. And that's a lot of money to pay off the back office. You can't stop me from getting a money market account because that's my bank with my banking information. Until I give you my bank information, then you can try to identity theft me, but I will never give out my banking information. That would be, to the preponderance of evidence, just plain stupidity at its finest. So I'm going to start talking about what I'm going to do prior to the next. And I'm going to try to squeeze in, when I do my virtual studios for people, I'm going to try to squeeze in, different things, like this, what I'm going to do a day prior to the next. And it's going to be virtual studio documentary. So it's going to be like an hour or two, so yeah, that is basically it. I don't need to make a 30-minute video out of this, but I will say that I want to create an atmosphere where y'all can come on and say, well, what is Kimberly going to talk about today? What is she doing today? How is she living today? Is she upgrading her life? Is she downgrading her life? But what is she doing? What is she doing to contribute? I contribute to all races. I congratulate all races. I congratulate the Black race because, you know, we entered slavery and we came this far. Even though there's some racial indiscrepancies, we came this far over 500 plus years, white people. I congratulate you guys because y'all sat up there and changed y'all ways and the thinking pattern. We didn't came over 500 years. The thinking patterns, I say 90% have changed with, prejudice. And so even though I see Democrats such as Black and white collaborating together, I feel good because they collaborate together. And that's what I enjoy and spot out for the Democrats. It's Black and white united, and that's what I like to see. What I would like to see for Downtown Hott Radio? If, when Wale play my shows, I want it to be for reasons to break the diversity chain, and they see, and grow, from, you know watching me interview. Like, I'm not perfect, but I want them to watch and grow from all races being interviewed. It's not that many people that know about Matchmaker FM that's Black, and so I get like 3% of Black people or 4% of Black people and the majority of white people. I was lucky to get DC Glenn, and I was thankful to get DC Glenn, and I will always keep his footage to promote him. But I want to bring a new wave of podcasting for that. That is my vision. I'm just being honest. I want the audience to see and grow with me. I may always, sometimes I look like that I'm not listening, but I'm listening and I'm absorbing, but it take me a while to interpret versus someone else. I listen to everything. When they start talking and the clock goes on, like tomorrow when the clock goes on, let me make sure I got my videos for my guests tomorrow. When that clock goes on, I'm like ready. I listen. And that's what everybody needs to do. Not listen to get something, but listen. Everybody listens to get something, but what are you getting? Is it malicious? Is it non-benevolent? Is it evil? Or is it an absorption and motivation and determination to want to do your own thing? That encouragement to want to do the right thing. And that's what I want to do. I want to be able to do the right things and sit up there and grow with you guys. And so let me get off of here, but y'all have a wonderful Sunday evening with your friends and family. And I must be a distant virtual friend to y'all because y'all always on here watching me. So I love you guys. Like seriously, if no one's told you today that they loved you, and this is what I mean genuinely, I love you guys. And that is out of wholehearted honesty. And I would like to also say that once again, I apologize to certain people that I've offended over the course of like if you get me mad, I'm still going to get mad. But like I have feelings. I'm a person, but I apologize to the Black community, for my actions, and I want to keep saying that to you guys, um, because, I have my opinions. I feel like the there's there's more beats to be made that will make people smarter. Why not drop a beat to make someone smarter and learn about your history of what you've been through? And that's why I keep bringing up Ti. That's what he does, but when you're dropping beats talking about, I won't say or drop a line because a lot of people will catch on to who I'm talking about. But when you start talking about, ways to influence demonic beings, and evil things, then, and that's the only thing I'm saying. Like, if you're going to listen to that, have a filter. There's no filter. We don't have like a firewall in our brain. So whatever, if a 3-year-old get caught listening to something about killing or robbing, what do you think they're going to do? How do you think they're going to be at 15? You put a baby with Mozart in at 15, how are they going to be? If you keep flooding a baby's brain with Mozart, how do you think they're going to be at 15? But if you keep flooding a baby's brain with rap music, and I'm not talking about all rap music being bad, but just certain rap music. Now, um, it will make somebody turn someone into a machine killer. Some people can brush it off. I've witnessed our Black community turning into monsters. So that's why I draw the line. Like, what is his name? It's another rapper that I like, funny guy, but I say, it's just the community and expression of what they do. But you got young ones that can't take that suffer from depression, suffer from stressful circumstances within of where they live, and don't have no money to do anything, listening to a rap song saying, I take what I want, I steal. And then they like, oh, should I steal? That's what I'm saying. Some people can't, is easily influenced. And who not to influence more, and who's not to influence more than a child? Now, I just want y'all to know that I'm not downing people for making money rapping. More power to you, but when it influences children, there should be some type of filter. Forget the rated R, PG-13, the rules on that. It should be filtered. Something should be filtered where a child cannot get. It should be a iris, something to check and see with your eyes if you're really 15 or 23. I don't know if they can check for that. But the music we listen to, they'll have to sign in using some sort of recognition like we do now, but more rules. But I would like to say this on the flip side. I done been through a lot. I done been through a lot of stuff. And what I've been through over the course of 41 years, if I wasn't exposed to it, I would have never learned from it. And I would have did it late in my life. I would not have been as mature as I am. I've always been mature, but I would not have been mature as I am right now. So you got to weigh your options of why big tech want this to happen. As long as we're keeping the pedophiles and the drug addicts off the street, I say we're doing a good job. I'm not Republican, but I think one drug addict can kill 500 people. One fentanyl dealer can kill 500 people. You and your family either know a drug dealer, seen a drug dealer on TV, or are a drug dealer. Those are the statistics. So that's like 33.25% or something. So let me get off of here, you guys. It's been a pleasure, rock 'em, sock 'em, bop 'em, flop 'em. I have to say one more thing. I'm sorry. This is late. JD Vance, were you trying to take a pass at me for Halloween by the wig that you wore? Are y'all talking and joning on me? Like I said before, this is crazy. When a white man wears a wig, he's making fun of someone. So JD Vance, vice president, wore this cheap old wig, and I'm like, are you trying to make fun of someone? Like, what are you saying? So, you know. But it is, I know you weren't, even I just had to joke about that. I have no ill will towards no one. No ill will towards no one. Clean slate, very clean slate. And I just wanted to, like I said, Black people, I apologize. I mean it. I really care for y'all dearly. Just like I care for white people and Hispanic and all races, all races. SOL below 180. Okay. So yeah. But I don't really want to get off of here, but I have to because it's getting late. So I don't want to cross the streams, and you guys take care, be safe, be real, watch what you listen to, and I hope that you guys take care. Last thing. Just remember, do you want your daughter labeled as a bitch by the time she's 4? That's where I draw the line. By the time that baby inside of y'all wombs, y'all pregnant women's wombs, become a blessing goddess in the womb, it's labeled, or its identity, if it's Black, is most likely going to be labeled as a bitch. That's where I draw the line. I even call myself the name because I'm living proof of what it's like to have music ingrained in your soul so bad that you mimic. Not to say I mimic it because I'm shutting out music, but that you mimic what happens. Like, I've heard the B word flop around for 41 years of my life through rap and even R&B and even, other music like pop and, you know, um, rock and stuff. But, you know, one day there's going to be an upgraded word. And I have a feeling they're going to say the B word, which 2.0 or 1.0 or 3.0, they're going to start saying slang like that, or a whole new word. They come out with these new words, and I be like, wow, they got new words that I don't even know. Like when I was in DC, because I'm from DC, but when I moved back up to DC, they used to be like, hey, young. I'm like, what the fuck is a young? It was the Black people, their expression. And so I developed it. I started saying it. And there you have the language and art expression of the Black community. You catch on very quick. Every language is different. So, yeah. And then they have go-go music. I suggest y'all check out the Backyard Band. The Backyard Band. I don't know if they're still alive, or well, they're definitely still alive. But the Backyard Band, and they got so many more bands, but that's the only band that I know of. But that was go-go music ingrained within DC community and heritage. I went to go-go clubs until they started shooting. And that's what I mean when I say our community needs to be cleaned up. And this was in 2002. So, yeah. Our community needs to be cleaned the fuck up. Because there's a lot of Black people that wants to grow, and they're growing. I've seen Google, big shout out to you, big shout out to Microsoft, big shout out to Facebook, helping the Black community. They have different organizations for Black women that are out there. But what if you're a Black woman that is suppressed, but not necessarily suppressed because the government is suppressing you, suppressed because it is a suppression thing across the board. So not the government, but it's already influctuated. And you want to get out of poverty, you know. You see what I'm saying? And that's how I feel about you guys, you know, seriously. Take care. You know, I love all races, like I said, but I come from the ghetto, you know, and I've fought tooth and nail to get to this point right here where I'm able to interview people about their past, present, and future and learn how they did what they did in their shoes or what brand they have to talk about what's going on. So yeah, I promise you I'm getting off of here now. So I love my audiences. I love you guys. You take care. Good night, 737, and good night.
Never waste my time. You are I want.